I remembered to unmute my mic. Go me. Alright. So I wanted to give this a shot. I love Red Dead. I got it for Steam. I don't know how we are going to do this audio-wise. Let me say hi to everybody real quick. Hey Jim Beam, hey Pussy Destroyer, hey John Ryan, hey Rachel D, hey Your Hair on Sweet. My plan originally was to, go and pause when cutscenes were going on and stuff. I can do that, but the thing is, I was just trying to fiddle around with the settings, and there's no option for me to play in like a windowed full screen. Like, it's full screen or nothing. So, it's gonna be a little clunky. Like, there's gonna be a bit of a delay of me, like, pausing the game, getting out of the screen, going over to YouTube and pausing stuff before I want to, like, comment on it. I know Sundays with COD is going to be happening in a little bit. I'm just going to stream through that, and then, you know, obviously I expect people to leave, listen to that, and then come back. I'm not surprised by it. Yeah, so, I also won't be able to see the chat, like that, so I'm gonna have it on my phone, to still be able to look at it. And I'm hoping that I will, be able to, like, hear any sound issues, but, we'll figure it out. So, if it sounds funny to you, say something in the chat and I'll try and fiddle with stuff. So, but yeah, oh, okay, I haven't really looked at the, like, Discord or anything much today, so, cool. I'll give something for people to do. But, so, I don't have anything specific in mind to play. I could play some of these. If you see something, say something. If you hear something or don't hear something, say something. But, oh, it's no big deal. I just, you know, I forgot it was Sunday until I started doing this, so I just assumed that Sundays with COD was still on, so, oh well. Like I said, I'll just have something, I'll be something for people to watch instead. But I have some calls added to the streaming playlist, or I could go, through more of the Casey, thing. I think we're gonna go with the Casey, saga, just because it's, you know, a little snappier, a little faster, to get through those. Let's see what episode I left off on. I think it was like 50-something. We're gonna... I'm guessing a little bit. I think episode 54 was either what I was on or what we were about to listen to the last time we were listening to Casey calls, so I'm just gonna guess on that one and start there. But like I said, I did turn down, like, the dialogue and the, you know, music and stuff for the game, so hopefully the calls are louder than the gameplay. But I also didn't want it to be, like, silent either, because, you know, I want you guys to actually be able to hear the game if you want to hear it, but yeah, so, I also put the subtitles on, so, you know, but we'll figure it out, I guess. I'm gonna let this start playing, and I'm starting a brand new save file. Like, I've played Red Dead 2, all the way through 2 times on my Xbox, and I know if Slothcat watches this back, he'll say, ew, Xbox, but, and I play online. Like, I've got a high online character level, but I got it for Steam, and I'm fresh on Steam, so, I've been meaning to start playing on my Steam account, so, Just figured I might as well do that. And I'm honestly just doing this because I don't want to get sick of doing The Sims. So, you know. But here we go.
Who's that?
Oops.
Who is it?
Jesus Christ, it's Paula.
See, call it.
Kind of looks like her.
I knew you were going to say
I
you.
told you she's online.
When the initial cutscene starts, I'm going to be like listening
She also
just to
said
see
she
if
never had
it
sex
sounds
with you.
funny, so.
Yeah, of course she did. Of course she did that.
Why is that, of course?
Because I know how she is.
I'm also going to turn
How come
my
she hates you so much?
heater off, because now I'm really warm.
Oh, she don't hate me. If anybody would hate anyone, it would be me hating her.
I don't think she likes you very much.
No, she does.
She does. She likes you.
I'm sure she's talking shit about me. Doesn't surprise me. She just fucking try to fit in with anyone.
What happened?
Crunch. Goes.
What happened with me and her?
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm confused why she's on here saying stuff like she's responding to all the posts about her on there.
The what?
She's responding to posts about herself on there about past things you've said about her. Being like, I was in love with Paula, and you're crying and stuff, and she's like, what the fuck is he even talking about? We barely knew each other.
That stupid kid. What a stupid bitch. Barely knew each other my ass.
She said she didn't even know you for a full year.
Yeah, her and I hung around with each other every day for 6 months. There wasn't a day that went by that we didn't see each other. She'd go to work, and I'd wait for after work, and be there during work. She'd go over to Paul and Laura's with me. She'd be over there. She'd bought my nephew birthday present, the whole crap of birthday presents.
A whole crap of them.
She seemed like she was jealous of Leanne
No.
for some reason. That was weird. Even Amanda, too.
I don't know who Leanne or Amanda is.
My nieces. For some reason, she seemed more jealous of Leanne than she did Amanda, but she thought she was jealous of Amanda, too.
Jealous of them for what?
I don't know. I noticed it then, but I didn't say anything. But I noticed that she gave Darren a lot more attention than she did either one of the girls.
Jealous of them in what way?
I don't know. It was just weird. I could just see the way that she acted. It was different. She acted different towards the girls than she did Darren
I don't know who Darren is.
and my nephew.
Abigail says he's dying, Dutch. We'll have to stop someplace.
Well, she was like talking on there about, how she only knew you for less than a year, and how she was friends with like your brother's girlfriend, like she wasn't even really your friend that much.
There.
She's so fucking full of shit.
Any luck?
I found a place where we can
She's
get
so
some
fucking
shelter.
full of shit.
Let Davy
Yeah.
rest, buddy.
She was pretty adamant because people were like, oh yeah, you had sex with him, and she's like, I definitely did not have sex with him.
Yeah. I never made the move on her. She had to make it on me.
I was trying to make sure the game wasn't too loud.
She kept wanting me to go out and do things. I even missed time from work.
Does that sound okay to you guys?
I missed more time from work, and I'd get fired. And then we wound up going to her cousin's house in some other town.
Shout out to my brother for giving me this wired
good
controller
distance
so I
away.
can play this without being an
I can't
ass.
remember what the name of the town was. But I'd only been there that one time. But her cousin asked her if she wanted to stay the night, and she looked at me, and I said, "Don't look at me." I said, "I'm not staying the night." I said, "I'm not going to lose my job."
Well, what were you missing work for?
wouldn't have been able to get back to work in time from the place that we were at.
No, I mean, you said your work said they'd fire you if you missed more work. Why were you missing so much work?
Because I'd stay up late at night.
A hair tie in there?
I'd
I
stay,
don't think I
stay
do.
at the bar and wait for her to be done.
Miss Gaskell, get that fire.
Oh, she worked at the bar you went to?
Bring in whatever
Yeah,
blankets we have.
that's how I met her.
Mr. Pearson, see what we've got in terms of fire.
So
Davy's dead.
you didn't meet her through your brother's girlfriend?
Nothing
No.
more you could have done.
I'm gonna run and grab a hair tie real quick.
My brother and my sister-in-law met her through me.
You were gonna get yourself warned.
That's how my brother and sister knew her. My brother and sister-in-law knew her. It was through me.
Boston, we're gonna ride out.
So you would be up late waiting for her to get off work? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, well, I went to the karaoke bar every night anyway, before she ever started working there.
Listen to me, all of you, for a moment.
Then she started working there.
Now we've had a bad
That's
couple
that's
of
where I
days.
met her.
Why did you wait for her to be off work?
Baby,
Because
Jenny.
we were friends and we'd always hang out
Ron,
together.
Mac, they might be okay.
Yeah, but I mean, if you had to go home to work, why would you wait till her to be done to go home?
Now,
Because
Why
I
not
had
just go home, go to bed, so you're on time for work?
in the
Because I had an
ground,
interest in her.
in their stead.
I had an interest in her, but I also didn't want to do anything until I knew she was over her ex.
We're gonna
And I
ride
just
out,
waited too long.
and we're gonna find some
Well,
food.
why were you staying up all night waiting for her to get off work if you weren't going to make any moves?
Now, there ain't nobody following us through a storm
Spend
like
time
this
with her.
one. By the time they get here,
Well, so what does that mean? You got off of work, and then what did you guys do?
Well, we didn't do
We've been through
anything.
worse than
One
this.
time when she got off work, she did have to go home, but I'd go to the karaoke bar and I'd be there
I need
all
you to
night.
turn this place
Normally longer than what I would normally be
here for a
before.
few days. Now, all of you, all of
Before
you,
I'd stayed till like 10 o'clock or
get
so.
yourselves warm.
When she started working there, I'd want to stay right up till closing.
Yeah, I have voice to voice. I've played it a couple of times, but
Sometimes
I got it
I'd
for
be
my laptop too,
and I
so
wound
this
up
is a brand new,
oversleeping sometimes, and I'd be late
save.
for work.
fresh.
So why was that more important though than going to work?
Hey, Cat G.
Headed down the hill.
Just because I had an interest in her.
Hi, Bulrush.
Had time to ask.
Yeah, but why does that mean you had to stay there till she was done working?
It didn't-
I agree, Jim Beam. I bet that was more of what it is.
So while she was at like work, what would you guys do that we were spending time together?
Mr. Smith, get yourself indoors.
Nothing. It was just I was there with her, and she talked to me, and I talked to her.
Indoors, son.
So she was just like being a waitress.
Need you strong.
Yeah, she was doing her job, but she paid
I
more
wish I
attention
could
to me
skip
than
all
she
the
would anybody
tutorial
else.
stuff.
All right, let's head out.
And we just started
Did
doing
you
stuff.
tip her good?
What we're gonna find out here,
Yeah,
Dutch.
stick her good.
We have to try.
I
Tip,
don't
Hey,
tip,
Ellie.
We'll do our best to stay
Did I
tip like
what?
cash. You give her money for your bill. Did you tip her good?
like this now. Oh, it has to blow over soon.
I don't know how well
Bridge
I did
coming
there.
up. Take it easy.
I think I always went up and got my own beers, I think.
So I mean, you had more
if she brought
interest
me a
in
beer,
her
then
than.
if she brought me a beer, then I tipped her, yeah. I tip every waitress
No more.
or waiter.
Get those people warm.
I know how it feels to be a waiter. I've been a waiter before. I know how it feels not to be tipped.
A couple more days.
Yeah,
That's where
I didn't know you were a waiter. You never told me that.
Need to help me pick
I worked at Denny's
You're the only one
in Oklahoma.
rely on to stay strong.
When were you in Oklahoma?
We got fire and shelter. That's a start.
I'm a little worried about
I actually
the
moved from
the lagginess of this on my computer,
Washington.
which is why I'm playing the story mode instead of
brother and
online,
his
because
wife asked me
online
to go
crashes
on
on me a lot.
come down to
But-
Oklahoma because there's a lot of country music down there. They knew I like country music and they need help with
Good point, Mom, man.
babysitter
Over here. Who's there?
for their baby. So
Oh look, it's the Red Dead equivalent of Lorne.
I babysit for them
Mike.
during the day while my sister-in-law was working and my brother was working.
Think so?
I said, I'll give it
Found
a
a
try.
little homestead down that way.
So I
Okay.
gave it a try,
Anyone home?
but I didn't like it because
Place is
I,
blazing with light and noise.
I was used to
Sounded
Paul
like
and
a
Laura and
party.
the
Let's go
kids,
see.
and I loved
Follow
being
me.
around Paul and
How's
Laura and the
Davey
kids,
doing?
and I loved it
They
out in
ain't
Washington.
make it. Nor did little Jenny.
That's
So
too bad.
I was down there for 3 months,
Real
and I
fighter. Both of them
went back to
caliber
Washington.
boys.
So,
Yeah,
when did you and Paula start hanging out?
we don't know.
Quite a business.
Yeah, Ellie, I went into Red Dead 2 completely blind. I never
You just
played the
asked
first
her?
one. I hadn't even really heard anything about
So, I mean,
the
like,
series.
when was the first time? Like, what'd you do? Were
And
you like, hey,
I've
you
never
wanna
had
go
a
down
video
to the
game
malt
experience
shop?
like Red Dead before or
I met
since.
her. First night I met her, she had told me about her engagement being broken off. And I think it was sometime in that. Well, she told me that where she lived,
Let me take the rear.
and
You move up.
and it was very close to me. And but I didn't know that she was still living with her ex-fiance. And I went over and knocked on the door. He answered the door. I said, "Is Paula here?" It was quite an awkward moment.
well, what happened?
She just came out and talked to me. And told me to said I'm living with my ex-fiance. I said, "I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that."
Well, why'd you go over there?
I was going to see if she wanted to go do something.
You just, like, showed up?
Yeah, 'cause I didn't have her phone number.
Okay. Let's head down there.
Because you had her phone number, you just went there and knocked on her door?
Yeah, I thought she lived there alone. I didn't know she lived with her ex. I didn't even know the apartment complex. I didn't even know that wasn't an apartment complex until she told me. Then she told me where it was, and I was surprised. I know the name of that place. It's right close to me.
Well, how did you know her exact apartment number?
She told me.
She was just like, oh, hey, I live at these apartments in 3B.
She told me what her apartment number was. That's how I knew where her apartment was.
Oh.
I don't
Voice to
remember her
voice,
giving me
I
her
cry
phone number.
straight up.
We do the talk.
Maybe she did. Maybe she. No, 'cause, there
I
weren't cell
took
phones
the
back
picture that I
then.
used for my
didn't have
screenshot,
cell
by the
phones.
way, or my
Oh,
thumbnail.
okay. So you did not have her phone number. You just
Yeah,
went
exactly,
there.
Yeah.
Sloth Cat.
Yeah, she
Oh.
told me where she lived.
I
yeah.
didn't have her number.
That's cell
She
phone back then.
happened to mention where she lived, so then I
Remember
followed
that?
her there and knocked on the
We
door.
got cell phones.
Three nasty looking degenerates.
When the hell was it we got cell phones?
That's totally the
Actually,
way
I
it
think
went,
we
you
just
guys.
started getting cell phones,
Mike could get down behind that wagon.
but it's when they first came out. And me and Paul.
Yeah, you probably
were the
didn't
only
have
that
one
had
yet.
'em. Me and Paul was the only two that had them because we got them through work. But the general public didn't have them yet.
Yeah.
So that's what I remember that now. She told me that's why she told me where she lives
Excuse me.
or lived.
And she was just like, come on by.
Oh, well. Hello,
Huh?
friend.
What you want?
So she invited you over?
I'm very sorry to disturb
No,
you.
she didn't invite me over. She told me where she lived.
It blows my mind that he doesn't
So I
hear
go over and see if
what
she
he's
wants to go do something.
admitting.
I had no idea.
Well, what kind of date you guys go on? Do you go like roller skating or anything?
I don't remember if we were roller skating. I don't remember now what we did, but we did stuff together. We usually went over Paul and Laura's. We usually went over there and hung out with them.
Well, I mean, like, when you went over there, what did she say? You were like, you want to hang out? And what did she say? She was like what?
Well, I only went over there that one time. When I realized that she lived with her ex-fiance still. I ain't going back over there again.
Are you still alive? You
Yeah, he thought he was
motherfucker.
gonna
I
beat
shot
you
you
up
like
or
4
something.
times.
No, he actually seemed like a pretty nice guy. He must have been pretty nice. He used his credit card to get her a Bronco so that she'd have a vehicle. She had to pay him back.
Goddamn O'Driscoll boys here.
Well, that's very nice of him.
Micah,
Yep.
go bring the horses closer to the house.
And she went up.
Arthur, let's
to Alaska and asked me if I could make her payment on a Bronco for her. I made it. He asked me where she was, and I said she went up to Alaska.
Yeah, I've thought about doing that, but like, I can't help it. Sometimes I'll accidentally like ride by and be like, I want to kill you motherfuckers.
And he said, no, I can't let you do that. He said, I'll take this payment here from you, but he said,
I literally only did a second playthrough just so I could do the bad ending and slash Micah's face.
So she was just using you to make her car payments?
In the end, she was. In the
How
end,
did it all fall
Look at
apart?
Sadie, all cute.
How did it all fall apart? Her and I fell apart before that happened. But I was still in love with her.
All right,
I realized how much
let's
in
not
love with her I
be
was,
so
but
dramatic.
I knew I was still in love with her.
So after she was fucking some other dude, you would still make her car payments for her?
Yeah, well, her and him broke up. She broke off the engagement with him. Later, she stole.
Hang on, I gotta make sure that
I
my
think it was Laura.
cowboy
my sister-in-law.
pixel husband doesn't
I
die.
think it was her that she told that she was never intended to marry him. She was just using him for a place to live.
So you don't think they were fucking?
Oh, I know they were. I know they were. There was no doubt in my mind about
What gave it away? Was it the fact that they lived together? Said what gave that away? Was it the fact that they were living together and they were engaged?
the fact that I realized how she was
What do you mean?
when she brought him over to Paul and Laura's with me there. She brought him over there and she stood behind him and kissed him on the head. I blew it off like it's just friends, and I think it was. She kept coming in. Oh, I can't remember how I found out about it.
She stood behind him and kissed him?
She gave him a kiss on the head. I can't remember how it was I found out about it. But I think it might have been.
I almost feel kind of bad because, like, you know,
That was
robbing
Paul
Sadie's
Lawrence.
house, and like she becomes like part of the gang, but
I liked
also
living with him.
you ain't
We
gonna
all
need
had
it.
fun the other time, but it
Hey, other
wasn't my
loser.
choice. Well, I can't say it was my choice. It was my choice.
Yeah,
to
right.
work.
He was watching through her fucking
It
curtains
wasn't-
and just
It
yanking
wasn't
on the old
my,
dink.
It wasn't my first option. My first option was stay in the apartment that I had because I was doing just
Huh,
fine.
I don't remember
I knew
getting
Paul Moore
a
was
cigarette
doing
card
fine.
in
Paul
here
came down
before.
and tried to pull a guilt trip on me,
Wait, I did that already.
and because Laura has depression, and
Can you
she
examine the blood?
sleeps a lot. She can't hold a job. She's never
Okay,
been
I
able
guess
to
I
hold a
did that
job.
already.
Sounds like someone else I
I'm
know.
coming, Dutch. Fuck you too.
It sounds like someone else I know.
Oh,
Mine is just sleeping all the time. You never
Hey,
sleep.
loot.
yeah, I never sleep. No, I'm not depressed all the time. I've
I
gotten
just want to
past that
loot
point
these
where
O'Driscolls, damn it.
I'm letting things get me depressed. I might get depressed once in a while about something, but I don't stay depressed. Stay more upset.
There was one thing. Paula has heard the story of her boyfriend dropping her off at your place. She says that doesn't make any sense and that never happened.
I love it. Who
She's
started
lying
it?
through her teeth too. She's
Why would
lying
she lie?
Why did she ever lie?
Yeah, why would she? It's like, that makes no sense. Why would I have my boyfriend drop me off at Lawrence?
She got in a fight with him that night.
Those assorted biscuits.
And where Colm is?
Oh, that son of a bitch will talk.
She got in a fight with him and
Where's Cole?
had him drop her off at my apartment.
when did you guys start hanging out? I mean, like, when did it happen? What's the transition from just you being a guy at the bar who would wait for her to get off of work to being like, let's hang out every day for 6 months?
I don't know, I don't remember exactly when it happened.
Well, I'm not saying like the date. I'm saying like when did it become more of just you being a bar guy and her being a waitress?
I don't know. It just happened. We just started hanging out all the time.
Guess what I'm gonna do?
When you say hanging out all the time, was it when she was at work?
No, it was that when she wasn't at work too. We go and do stuff together. Most of the time, like I said, was we'd go over Paul and Laura's. That's actually where we hung out most of the time, was at Paul and Laura's. So I asked her if she'd like to meet my brother and sister-in-law. She said sure. And we went over there, and that's how she met him.
So she was friends with your brother's girlfriend.
My brother's girlfriend? No, she wasn't my brother's girlfriend. My brother was
Friends
married.
with your brother's girlfriend. Friends.
Well, yeah. She was friends to both my brother and my brother's wife.
Pet the horse.
But that's not
Hell,
why
you
she
two,
went
there we
over
go.
there.
So when did you and her have the falling out?
Oh, my neck.
When did we actually have the falling out? Well, see, she went back to, after she realized she didn't have her Bronco, she wound up going back to Alaska. Because she didn't have a vehicle back there to drive. And she didn't have a place to live. Unless
So wasn't the Bronco in Washington?
And she actually stayed with me for a couple nights before she went back to Alaska. We didn't do anything at all.
This is what happened when Lauren came over to Paula's place.
Watched TV and shit. Then she went back to Alaska, and it was like when she came back, she didn't have her Bronco. And she went back to Alaska. And then a year later, she came back again. She had gained.
Well, you were. Sorry.
Huh?
What was that last part? I didn't hear you.
She had gained all kinds of weight. She told me that her boyfriend was abusing her up there. And I told her, I said, why don't you move back down here with people that actually care about you? I said,
I fucking
my
hate
son's
this.
up there.
Hang on.
I said, well, bring your son down here with you. She said, I can't. I don't have custody of him.
It's okay.
I said, well, get the hell away from the boyfriend that you have up there, because obviously if he's beating you and
No, I
making you
paused
feel
it.
like
Fucking
shit, then it's obviously no good for you. But you went back up there.
But this irritates me more than anything else. Lauren's whole logic of the situation. He claims that Paula came back from, I almost said Australia, came back from Alaska and confides in him that the man that she's with beats her and she can't get away. She wants to leave, but she can't. And his solution is, well, why don't you just leave and come back here? And she goes, I can't leave him. He has my son. And he goes, well, why don't you just leave and come back down here with the people that care about you? He has my son. I can't leave. I can't leave my son with this man who's abusive. I can't, escape to freedom and leave my kid with him. Well, you could just leave and come be with me. That's his fucking pea-brain solution. Just leave anyway. Brilliant.
There, so.
It's okay.
But her car was in Washington, wasn't it?
We'll keep you safe.
Her Bronco, yeah.
And then she went back to Alaska because her Bronco wasn't there.
Adler.
She went back to Alaska, and when she came back to Washington from Alaska, her Bronco was no longer there.
He was my husband.
She didn't have her Bronco anymore.
And what does that mean?
She didn't have her own vehicle.
And that's why you and her didn't.
That's why she got mad at me, because I let him take the Bronco. I didn't have a choice.
Oh, Lenny!
I made one payment for him, out of obligation. Then I made to her, I made the payment for her. But it was actually in his name. He bought it with his credit card.
So, I thought you told me that you and her stopped talking because you found out she was a slut.
That's the last thing we need right now, Judge.
No, we stopped talking because of that. She didn't know that I found out she was a slut. She didn't know that I found out about CJ, or fucking CJ, and
Miss Tilly, Miss Karen, would you warm her up?
another one of my
Give her
friends.
a drink or something. And Mrs. Adler.
You fucked both of your friends? I thought it was just the one.
To this day, she doesn't know that I found out about both of them.
Animals. I need some rest. I
I
haven't
can't
slept
remember what
in
the
3
other
days.
guy's name is.
You're
I
over
remember
here.
CJ quite
Miss
well, because
O'Shea
I
will show you the way.
hung around
Mr.
CJ
Morgan,
quite a bit at the
we
bar.
put you in a room over here.
Thank you, Miss Grimshaw.
So,
Mr. Bell, you're with the fellas over
CJ
there.
was just a guy from the bar, though. He wasn't like your friend.
He was my friend from the bar. We didn't hang out and do anything. He invited me over to do stuff, but I was always doing other things.
How did you find out they was fucking?
CJ told me. They only did it once, that I know of.
He ain't been seen in
CJ told me just about one time.
He's strong. And he's
So then what, you were like, you're banging CJ, so you and I are done, or what?
Arthur,
Oh no,
how you doing?
her and I was done before that, because
You?
the incident
I need you.
with James,
I'm sorry to ask, but
we finding out the shit with James.
He's got himself caught into a scrape again.
Oh, the shit with James,
in
huh?
Yeah.
2 days.
And actually,
Your John will be
I left when
I mean,
she was there. I stayed for a little bit, and when I started kissing him on the head, I got up and left.
but that ain't changing because
I
he got
blew it
caught
off
in
to
some
do a friend,
snowstorm.
but I'm like, why did you bring another
Yes.
guy over to my brother's house and kiss him on the fucking head? So I
You're
left and I went to the
Yeah.
bar,
the two best
went to
fit
the bar, and I sang karaoke that night. And that's the night actually that I wound up going home with Debbie,
Pretty worried about it.
a girl named Debbie, English girl.
The situation were reversed.
And I should have stayed with her. Fortunately, I told her that I had feelings for someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
I
He
didn't
was
tell her that I
hanging
didn't
out
want to
in
have feelings
CJ's
for that girl.
bushes and watched, and again, just pulled his little pudge.
Like her, but I just couldn't get the words to come out.
For all we know, he kept riding north and never looked back.
And then I, unfortunately, I slept Debbie after that night.
First time.
Or after that morning that she dropped me back off in my car. I never saw her again. That sucked because I was hoping to see her that weekend.
Was there some kind of big confrontation with Paula
So what?
that led you guys never speaking again?
No. Her going back to Alaska was what led to us not speaking again.
Mm.
I never heard from her after that, and I never tried to get in contact with her.
It ain't more of O'Driscoll's boys.
And you loved her for 25 years after that.
Yep.
Seems somebody left
Yep, I did.
recently.
Sucks. Too bad.
That way.
She can lie all she wants on there. I don't think any less of her because I know how she is already, so.
You never, like, followed her home from the bar. You never followed her home from the bar or anything?
Oh yeah, I had to. I lived right in the apartment complex next to where she was living.
Hey, ADD.
Sure, but could be anyone. Let's just see where they lead.
So,
Mm.
you were there.
You know, after
What really happened on that boat?
after she didn't live there anymore, no, I never followed her home from the
And
bar.
suddenly they were everywhere.
Bounty hunters?
No, Pinkerton. It was crazy.
Confused of you showing up randomly, knocking on her door.
What about it?
Take it slow. Big ravine here.
Just kind of weird.
Well, where your cell phone's in. She gave me her phone number. She gave me her apartment number.
Bad
She
way.
didn't tell me that she was still
But
living
it was
with
a
them.
bad situation.
She told me that they were broken up.
Oh, that's weird. I don't
That
remember
that he broke off their engagement.
How come you never asked her while she was working?
Wall here.
I don't know.
Like, hey, what's your landline?
Davey got shot. Mac and
Oh,
John.
because we were always with each other. I
Shot too. Sean, we don't even know.
didn't need it. Never thought of it.
By the time you
Apparently they are.
We never called each other hardly at all back then. Because we were always with each other. It's like Paul and Laura. Never called them either because I was always with them.
And snow's coming in hot.
When were you always together, though?
we don't move fast.
We were always together. All the time. The only time we
How,
weren't together
how
was...
so? Because you hung out at the bar every day?
Yeah, well, the only time we wasn't together was either when I was working or basically when she was working. But when she was working, I could be at the bar. So,
Then how come you didn't know she lived with her boyfriend if you guys lived together all the time?
because that was when we first met.
Careful, it's getting narrow here.
I think he said
That first night
whenever
when we
she was
met,
working, I
told me
would
about
be at the bar, but it sounded like he
her
said
fiancé
I
breaking off
could
their
be at the bar.
She didn't tell me.
So what night did
Which
you... So
would be
right
an
after meeting her, you
interesting
showed up and knocked on her door?
Way to put that.
All about this, Javier. Be careful.
Yeah, that was within that first
Hey,
week.
Carl Weathering.
A little bit. Maybe we'll pick up the trail again.
Almost there.
I'm honestly kind of hungry. My mom got
Then
wings for herself.
when did you guys start
and it
hanging
smells
out all
like
the
chicken
time?
wings. Chicken wing, chicken wing. It smells really good and I'm hungry.
You just, like, were like, you went over there and said, hey, you want to come and meet my brother?
We were doing something.
Let's see if he can
We
hear
did
us.
something. I don't remember what it was we did. I had asked her if she wanted to go over and meet my brother and sister. My brother and sister-in-law.
Come on.
I guess I'm just confused. How did it go from, like, her just being an employee?
Could you
then
imagine
moving
Lorna
the guy who
Judge
goes to the
Judy?
bar and then
Oh
someone
my
became
god,
every
that
day
would be
for 6 months.
satisfying.
It just did. It just shit happened.
It's coming from the
It happened the way it happened. It's just the way it happened back then.
horses.
So, like, randomly one day, you were just like, I've noticed you've been around me for a while.
That shotgun from your horse.
It just became an everyday thing.
Who knows what's up ahead?
Well,
But besides being at the bar, when did you guys hang out?
We hung out with Paul and Laura's all the time. We hung out doing other things. We'd go out shopping together. We did whatever. We went out to dinner together. We just did stuff together.
It's coming from this way.
I can't make a list of things that we did. It was freaking 30 years ago.
Well, I'm not asking for a list of things you did. I'm just saying, when did it become more than just you showing up at the bar?
It wasn't long after
Wow.
I met her. It wasn't long after
Wonder
that. It was
where we are
within
on
a
the
couple
map
of
right
weeks.
now.
And how did that happen?
Huh.
It just happened. We just started.
Well, did you ask her to hang out?
Yeah, either I'd ask her or she'd ask me. That's how I wound up missing so much work.
There's a drop there.
That's why
Because you'd be at the bar every night.
yeah. Every night when she was working.
How often did she work?
Stay low under here.
God, I don't know. I don't remember now. She probably worked, I don't know, 4 or 5 nights anyway.
Watch your step. It's real slippery.
Stay close to the wall.
And what time did she get off usually?
Oh, let me see. If I remember right, Nickleby's closed at, I think it was 1 o'clock during the week. On the weekends, I think it was at 2 o'clock.
So you would just hang out while she worked till 1 or 2 o'clock?
Hey, Rick Gillespie.
Yep.
And you guys didn't do anything after?
We do things before she worked, or when I didn't have to work, or it was something that we do every day. We're usually with each other just about every day.
Well, because
Hey,
you
Duchess
would
of
show up
Cornville.
for work, though.
Hello, my love.
What's your point?
Let's keep moving.
I'm trying to figure out when you guys started hanging out.
It wasn't long after we met.
And you just got really defensive because I said it was just while she's working.
Yeah, because you're asking the same question over and over and over, and it's...
Well, because I would ask you and you would just repeat my question back to me as an answer.
Oh, well, what do you want me to say? It was over 25 years ago. I don't remember exactly when.
Well, if you were in love with her for 25 years, you should remember all 25 years.
It was not long. I've told you this several times already. It wasn't long after we first met that we started hanging out together just about every day. Basically, just about every day we hung out.
But after work, you would wait for her to get off work, but you weren't hanging out
Duchess
after
Cornville.
work, so I don't understand why you couldn't just go home early.
Freezing.
Hang out.
Sometimes
Oh,
randomly
after
to
you
myself,
work
I'll
at
just
1 in the
go,
morning?
What do you want, cheater?
Denny's or some other
Ricky, what's up?
place. I think it was... There was a few more that we went out to eat after. I can't remember if it was Denny's or some other...
Actually-
It seemed like it was some other place that we went out to.
I'm gonna pause for a second
We
and go
didn't
get
do that very
another
long.
drink and a snack.
A lot of times we just
'Cause-
go home.
I'm hungry. So, you guys are just gonna look at
About
a
6 months'
pause
time. I don't remember
menu for a
every day.
second.
Well, I know you don't remember every day, but why wouldn't you just go home early?
Because I was interested in her.
So, you can be interested in someone and still go home. Was you worried she was, like, gonna talk to another guy? Is that what happened with CJ?
Was she what?
I said, did you want to make sure she wasn't talking to another guy or something like CJ?
No, I was just wanting to spend time with her. I never gave thought to another guy.
So how did you hang out with her while she was working? You just drank and watched her serve people?
Just hung out when we talked. When she had a chance to talk, we'd talk. She'd come over and we'd sit down and we'd talk. I had friends there too, so I was hanging out with them too. Why is there like a million questions to her?
Well, because you were in love with her for 25 years. I'm trying to see why.
Just because of the way that she was with me and the way that I was with her, and I fell in love with her in the process, and I shouldn't have.
I mean, you tell me I can learn about you from you and not the website, but anytime I ask you something, you get defensive.
Well, yeah, because it's like, how many answers?
My mom left me
can I
3
give to
wings.
the same question.
Well, you're not really giving answers.
Well, yeah, because over 6 months' time, we went out and we did more than just go to breakfast
And you're not telling
and hang out
her.
at the bar. You know, there was a lot of things that we did.
Yeah, and you wouldn't answer me when I asked.
I don't remember them all.
Like what? Stuff and things!
I didn't
Well,
try
like
to
what?
remember them all. Stop. I told you, sometimes we go out and shop and buy
You
some
see
stuff.
why I ask over
This
and
woman
over?
is the love of my life. Why would I remember
Now what?
anything we did together?
I just don't remember everything. I don't remember everything that we did. It was 25 years
Well,
ago.
when you forgot about the stuff you guys did together, how come you still loved her after that? Because 25 years is a long time to love someone that you don't even remember the stuff you did with them.
Yeah, but I remember her.
You remember getting a boner for her.
first
That's what you
woman that I
like,
ever
remember.
was ever really in love with. Maybe that's why that hung on for so long.
But you said she was a slut.
Yeah, she was.
So you loved a slut for
Okay.
25 years.
Yeah, apparently I did. There was more to it than just that, though.
It's just funny because it's like stuff like that, or you say, I've loved her for 25 years.
You know, for somebody who insists that he loved her so much, I don't understand. Like, he calls her a slut. Says that she was the one being a slut. But, like, you'd think for somebody who, you know, is so, like, insistent to have his love life resemble, like, a Hallmark movie or whatever, you'd think, one, that he would never insult somebody he claims he loves, but two, that if he heard somebody else call them something rude, that he'd be like, don't you talk about her that way. You know what I mean? Like, to, like, sound gallant and all that bullshit. Like, and he never really takes that chance. Like, ever. And I just find that interesting. Hey, boo, yeah, I know. Chicken wing, hot dog and below. These are really good. But I'm gonna be eating them so slow because I don't want to keep having to, like, lick my hands clean to avoid greasing up my controller. True. That is true, John Ryan. And I still, to this day, don't think he realizes that's what it is. But, I mean, we know he doesn't know what the word cuckold means, but, like, I don't even think that he's aware that that's the thing that he's into. Okay.
Years. And then on this website, he's just talking about how, like, you are not even, like, a big deal in her life at all, and you never were.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he was just some guy from that I knew for a few
Yeah,
months.
they're hot garlic and they're amazing.
She's so fucking full of shit.
'Cause, you know, he's
Cracks
like,
me up that he's just
25
like
years later, I
toddler
didn't
Terry
even- I
and John right
forgot all
now.
about him until he was arrested.
Yeah, I imagine she forgot all about me.
Yeah.
I hate having to kill wolves in this game.
Why does that make you so mad?
I don't think it makes me mad. I think it makes me upset that she would say that.
Because, like, you weren't as big of a deal to her as she was to you.
Yeah, maybe. That might be it. Might hit that on the head.
Yeah. Because you're like,
Obviously, I had more of myself invested in her than she had in me. Otherwise, she would have
Right.
put the shit.
Wish I could skin you and take that meat, but I don't know how yet.
sounds like
That's
she
why I
slept
wish
with
you could
people
skip
when
the
you guys weren't
tutorial
even
shit.
dating. So what kind of shit did she do?
She knew that I wanted to be with her, and she knew that I was waiting for her to be over her ex. She made moves on me before I thought she was ready to do anything. And I didn't do anything.
Okay, well, just because you liked her doesn't mean that she was obligated to do any of that, like, be with you in any way.
She wasn't obligated to do anything. She wasn't obligated to do anything, and she obviously knew that.
Alright?
She went and fucked some other
Oh,
guy.
shit. I don't
Then brought
think I
him over
brought
to
my phone
my
back in
brother's
here.
house with me there.
Oops. Oops. I have to go get that.
Well, she wouldn't if she liked
Yes, I
you.
can't see the chat without my phone.
Oh yeah.
87.
She wouldn't if she liked me, but she still wanted to fuck me after, and had him bring her over to my apartment to fuck me.
Well, that's according to you, because she says that never happened, but anywho.
Of course she says that. She's full of shit.
What?
She's full of shit.
Just because you had feelings for her doesn't mean that she was a slut or anything, because she didn't have feelings for you back.
That's not why she was a slut. She was a slut 'cause she was signaling that
There we go.
would come along.
Besides you.
Well, she slept with me too.
Hey, Serenity.
That's the one time, though.
Yep, just the one time. Now I'm thankful that it was just the one time.
How come you didn't let her decide when she was ready?
So good.
That's what I was thinking that I was doing at the time.
Well, if she was making moves on you, wouldn't you be like, right, she's clearly over her ex-boyfriend / roommate?
Anyway.
I know. I should have. Maybe I should have at the time, but I didn't. So shit happens for a reason. Shit happens for a reason. I'm not gonna dwell over her anymore. I've spent 25 years dwelling over her and still loving her. I finally got past that.
You ain't gonna die. Not yet.
Hey,
Hello?
hi.
Hey.
I thought it must have been you that called me on the home phone. What happened with that? Did you hear me on it?
No, it kept saying we're unavailable.
Is it unavailable?
Yeah.
Ah. Oops.
Hey, look at the phone. I tried to go click, and I was like, oh, why didn't I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, there's the other one.
So, did you learn anything about me today?
I learned that you like collecting stuff.
Think so.
I like
Still
collecting
with us,
stuff.
Marston?
That's, I don't know.
You're gonna be okay. You got some
I
shelter
just
now.
tell you.
Thanks for coming for me.
I started actually
That
getting
bullet in
into collecting
Blackwater,
gold.
now this. You had a hell of a time.
I'm also
Arthur
drunk
always
for,
says,
last time.
None of us are lucky right now.
Then I couldn't get it on the internet and go to get the auction.
Try to lose a cent. Don't want to leave a
And
trail
that
like
sucked because I was finding some good stuff.
We're gonna
Wow.
Have you ever sold anything for a profit?
so, freezing,
Yeah, anything stuff for a problem.
Have you? Have you sold anything?
Oh, yeah.
You can do
Yeah.
better than that.
I was.
One thing
For
you
a
ain't
profit,
sold
though.
is fancy.
Profit.
Yeah. Yeah. I make profit off some stuff I sold.
Come on. Let's push hard and
Well,
get back.
even some of the stuff that I sold on the yard sale last year, there's like some coins that I had. I bought them for really cheap. I got a really good deal on them. And I sold them at the auction. I probably made a couple $100 on that stuff. Some of the stuff that I sold that I got from the auction.
So how
Feels
much
like such an
did you
unnecessary thing for
random
Javier to
auction
say.
craft?
See those buildings up ahead? That's where we're camped.
Stuff.
You'd figure that out in 30 seconds when we stop there and go inside.
Altogether, maybe $1,000. I probably made like $1,500, $1,600 from it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, it's like gold. I bought some gold rings.
We got some help.
But you've seen some of the rings that I bought. But I actually had some other gold rings that were really nice. Actually, one of them I donated to me to take auction off.
It's his leg.
Come on,
And
let's get you.
there's two other ones that I
Thank
sold
you. Thank you both.
to
This is a new low, even
Gold.
by your standards.
a gold
Thank you.
place that they buy gold.
Lost
They
maidens
buy
need
gold, they buy
saving.
diamonds, they buy jewelry.
not today. If you and
And
Dutch
I
talk
made
about
money
how
off
to
gold.
get
And
out.
like
I was
$200
just discussing with Herr
on
Strauss
one.
when the weather breaks. I suppose we'll have to keep heading east.
East. Into all that. That's
on the other.
civilization.
So
I know.
I made a little bit
West
of profit
is where
on
our
that
problems
stuff.
are worse.
So that stuff there is where
Come on,
you make a bigger
Strauss, let's
profit
get
because it's
warm.
worth more.
Thank you, Mr.
And I
Morgan.
can get in a good price on there. On the auction. Actually, I've got a bunch of rubies still that that I haven't sold. I think it'll be like 21 rubies. Or maybe it's 22 rubies,
We've
something like
been
that.
running for weeks.
I've got a garnet, I've
Found
got
a shelter.
emeralds.
Been resting here in some old abandoned mining town while we
Some
wait
are
for
1
thaw.
carat, some are 2 carats, some are 1.5
Hardly the
carats.
spring I had been hoping for.
What I'd like to do with those, I'd like to actually make a nice piece of jewelry that can be set in gold. Certainly would be worth some money then.
Yeah.
So when it's one that's set in gold, that's when they're really worth money.
I'm gonna get some
But
stuff.
I like doing that stuff. I don't like setting them in gold, so I don't know how to do that. But I like going on the auction and stuff like that. Especially
I love all the little details, like
diamonds.
the
The shaded rubies aren't
like
worth
the
much
bones
now,
on the
but
ground and stuff.
if you put it with gold and diamonds, it's worth a lot more. So I'll find them so that they're already set in stone and get them for regular prices. Actually, the ones that I really want to get are like the brown diamonds. I noticed that those are really worth a lot of money,
Yes.
and especially when they're
Doubt!
out.
Once we get some money, well,
Some of the other ones
they
actually. I
better
mean,
send
just
some good men after us because they ain't never gonna find us. What we need
Do you want to tell me why you lied today?
does. Thank
go
you, son.
go on and tell you why I lied
For your
today.
strength.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Dang, I get the best smoke.
I'm aware of that.
So you lie?
Couldn't have been either.
Oh, I can't change nothing now. And the
I
money
mean,
is
if
well.
we had already been face to face,
Water.
I wouldn't have had a problem.
And they don't even know we dumped.
So what's the full story? Because your text did not make any sense to me.
What text? Which one?
The full story.
Full story. I thought it was full story.
And I said it didn't make any sense. So can you explain it to me now?
I had $80 in my savings. $88 actually. I took $80 with me because I was going to
Okay.
call my boss and have him give me another draw for $100. I told Mom about it. She said, "Why don't you just
Nothing in
use
here.
my card, $80, and then give me the rest on Friday."
Okay.
That's what I did. I don't know why you're going over it again.
Because it's a weird thing to lie about.
Well, people have asked me so many strange questions that it
Oh,
made it
crying
so
Sadie.
I back up when people start asking questions. When you really start getting on me, that's when I really want to back up.
Do you see now why I don't trust you to give you real information? Like the website and my phone number?
It could be
Well,
worse, given the
especially
circumstances.
when I trust you with my real
Keep
information
Why?
after what I've been
Keep warm. Just a few more days and we'll get off this.
because I lied.
I hope so. Stay strong. It's
A
been
good
a
reason
nasty
why I
few
would
days.
lie.
I know.
Why would you lie about borrowing money from your mom?
We
Well,
keep moving.
taking money, not
We keep
borrowing.
together. Same as always. All of you.
Well, first of all, I don't need to tell anybody anything.
I know.
We're not married.
Duchess of Cornville, I say piss baby too all the time.
Oh, okay. It's weird
we've been
because everything to you as far as when I'm hanging out with Alex and
Huh?
stuff. Wayne, for some reason, I need to explain myself to you.
Oh,
But okay,
yeah.
that's good to know.
Well, this
No,
is
no, no,
different. I'm
no.
not asking.
We don't
I'm
need
not
to.
asking you about your finances.
No, it's okay.
And I'm not
You're right.
asking anything about what you're spending.
Just ate some thaws.
No, you're right.
Or where you getting your money from. I don't ask you that shit.
No, you're
You
right.
don't see me out hanging with another girl.
You're right. You were not married, so we don't have to tell each other things. That's good to know.
No, but I tell you stuff anyway because I want to get trust.
And you're the one who volunteered info about your finances. I never asked.
I'll stay warm.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, this all is.
But no, you're right. Neither
I
of
have
us
to allow myself to trust you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Of course.
No, we're not married, but I do want to marry.
Okay, Mr. Stroud.
No, but that's good. I'm glad that you said that because
I'm like
now,
95%
next
sure
time you
that
ask me
Strauss is the
what
same
Alex and I are doing,
actor
I
who
can
voices
just refer
Klaus
back
the
to
fish
this.
from American Dad.
And remind you that you know we don't owe each other anything, any explanations. We're not married.
Well,
So that's
Me too.
you can say that, but I wish you wouldn't.
well, no, you're right. Who am I to ask about your personal business? Just like you shouldn't ask about my personal business.
All right, I see your point.
I don't want to jinx it, but I'm glad that so far it hasn't been like terribly laggy.
Right, ask me about
We're
myself.
okay.
No, I don't.
We have a few cans of food
No.
and a rabbit.
You do.
For what? 10,
You got
12
every right to
people?
ask me about it because
I was in the Navy. I do not wish to hear
Well,
about
okay, you can tell me, but I think now I'm just gonna keep things from you more
stranded at sea.
because you're right.
why don't
We
you
don't.
do that?
And you
Well,
unfortunately
because you're right.
survived. When we ran away from Black,
No, I agree with what you were saying earlier. We're not married. We don't owe each other anything.
agents are
I mean, we're not even dating, so I agree with you. I think we should,
We'll
you know,
survive.
not
We always have.
have to answer to each other, you know?
You.
No, I think we should
I
because
said
I think it's
plenty
better.
of real hunting and they
Well,
You know, being honest with each other.
Hey, one of those
if you thought it
weirdos!
was better, you would have just told me the truth at the beginning, and you didn't. You chose to lie about taking money from your mom.
Ain't no wonder they found enough of this.
So you're not being honest, and I, you know, that makes sense.
Wait a second.
What you said makes sense.
Here.
I'm sorry that I lied, okay? I'm sorry that I lied.
No,
I'm sorry
I
that you
meant
caught me lying.
I meant have.
Let's go.
Hey, Gazan!
that we
How did
take
that
it
eventually?
Can't stay here listening to you two.
and, you know,
Escape
take
those hills, I'll find it.
back to step one, you know? We don't need to tell each other everything. You were right.
Come along.
No, I'm not right.
Chicken wang!
Not right, but like a
There you go, honey.
Well, no, you don't owe explanation.
You take this.
Neither do I.
Can't use it, and you'll have
And
to.
that was rude of me to ask for an explanation, and I'm sorry about that.
We'll scare off every animal for miles around.
sorry.
Never too old to learn. I imagine.
That we want to head down. I guess it's
Come on.
we do
This way.
each other explanations.
No, it's okay. We can just start keeping everything from each other in line. I think that's,
No,
I think it's good.
How are you holding?
I think it's better for both of us that
I'm
way.
okay. Apart from this hand.
I don't think it is.
Stupid mistake.
Still bad?
I
You'll be
don't.
fine in a day or two.
We
I just can't pull a
we
boat
don't
right
give each
now.
other explanations and we don't like
Go
it
home, I can.
worse.
Never really got the hang of it.
You'll be fine.
Worse better.
So,
We're gonna find out worse versus better.
find something to kill that ain't no Driscoll?
What does that mean?
There's meat up here for sure. Pearson
Oh,
doesn't know
Driscoll
what we're talking
meat.
More and more.
about. Brothers eased off a bit, he'll be needing
Bark.
to feed.
Well, you already do it anyways.
Well,
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do it.
I did that and I'm
We'll
sorry.
head up this way. Find some higher ground.
I won't do it anymore.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, you've said that before, so I don't believe you. And
See,
I think it's a good. It's just not tell each other.
Water, getting stuck in the storm, bringing John back in.
You've had a lot put on you.
but look at us.
I wish I could have done more.
I didn't mean
It's
it
not
like that.
like I wanted
But
to like you.
I still don't really know.
It's more for me because
Hope
of
I'm not getting sick.
all the catfish.
Well, out
Same
here
thing.
told me a
I've been
bit.
coughing a lot.
So then why didn't you want to tell me the truth? Is it because you're embarrassed?
Yep. I didn't really have anything to be embarrassed about.
You should be embarrassed.
Myself anyway. No, so they could have gotten it myself anyway.
That's why you
Makes sense.
there.
I'm just making sense of what you said. So I went with them.
My nails are
Why are you
bothering me.
going over this again when we went over it earlier?
They're starting to get loose.
Oh, that's weird that you say that because I remember going over everything with you with Alex. I went over everything and then talked to you for 2 hours about it.
Oh.
And I wasn't even lying. At least I was telling the truth. You're the one who's being a liar.
Chicken wing, chicken
And
wing.
you owe your mom a ton of money. So, and you still took money from her.
Chilling with my homies. There you go, honey.
My idea.
Yeah, but you can say, no, Mom, I have metal to sell. It's okay, Mommy. Don't give me your money, Mommy.
Know when it all is bad.
Ugh.
It's too strong. They won't move. Now, shh. Stay quiet.
Right.
And you know what? I don't think it really was her
Stay
idea
quiet on your
because
galloping
you went
horse.
over there specifically to take the money.
No, I didn't.
And it makes it worse that you got money from your mom when you could have gotten it elsewhere. That looks even worse.
I went over there because I usually call her at 6:30 every morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I went over there instead. So I was just waiting for my boss to wake up.
These deer been
He
here.
wakes up around 6:37, 7 o'clock. So I decided instead of calling Mom, I'll go over and see her this morning.
How can you tell as we
Oh,
stand in
boy.
front of deer tracks?
I'm
I
more
know I had
lying
to go to Walmart.
You
now.
gotta move the boat. Don't leave it on your
I
horse.
know I had to go to Walmart to get the phone.
It was in my hand.
Yeah, and you chose to stop at Mommy.
I happened to stop by Mommy's just about every time I'm in Skowhegan.
You're lying again. You gotta stop lying. You said that.
It's
You said to
literally
me,
what
why
I'm
would I
doing,
get money
Charles.
from Mom when I have a job?
Yeah, I know.
Good question.
Sorry.
Stay low and move slowly.
Sorry. I should have
God,
just told
how
straight
much-
up straight that I used Mom's credit card to get it.
I think so.
Did your mommy have to go with you to get it, or did they let you use her credit card?
She let me use her credit card. She trusted me with her credit card. Went on my own.
Is that why you didn't want to take a picture of the receipt because you knew you were lying?
They didn't have the receipt. I gave it to her already.
You were at Mommy's already.
Yeah, and she wasn't there. She took Lloyd to work at the stand.
She wasn't there.
Oh. God, I don't get why you lie so much.
I just told you the truth.
You didn't
Fucking liar
liar
laugh.
thing again.
No, I'm not. That's seriously when she went. She wasn't there.
Why wouldn't you
Coming
keep
back.
in case you needed to return the phone?
Huh?
Why wouldn't you keep the receipt in case you needed to return the phone?
Yeah.
They've got Mom's credit card on file.
At Walmart,
I
they have
guess go in there.
files, then why do you need to go get it from her?
Huh?
They have your mom's credit
Oh,
card
me?
on file at Walmart.
My purchase of the phone. If I had to take it back, I'd take it back and trade it in.
I know. I love when he
You're
just
saying you should receipt
invents
to return it.
something and it immediately like
Oh,
blows up in his
okay.
face.
I didn't want to. Why would I want to give the receipt when it was on Mom's credit card?
Because you would need to return it.
Pick up one, I'll get the other.
If I needed to return it, then I could go back to Mom and get the receipt.
So Mommy holds the receipt.
She keeps the receipts.
You didn't hold on to your own receipt.
No, it's her credit card.
No, I used my mom's credit
Why I
card.
give her the receipt?
Hey, polynomial. Ooh, burpee.
Just not understanding what's going all over us all over again.
Not bad.
Well, just because I'm wondering if you're proud of yourself.
You are. Sure. I just need to finish up here.
Do you feel good?
Yeah.
Nice work.
No, I should have
Should
taken
be enough meat here to keep us
some
all
of my own
fed for
stuff.
a few days.
Got the money. Much money.
I knew you'd be okay with that bow.
Well, then you try to justify it because you bought your mom's stuff in the past.
I've seen enough of that.
Considering how things were,
And then you tried to justify it to me earlier because you bought your mom's stuff in the past.
Seems to me we should be putting
I think I'd like to do more bow hunting in this save file.
people are still weak and
Yeah, but one of you owes the other one like
I
$5,000.
usually rely on guns a lot, and I'd like to get more accurate with my shots. I feel like
Die
bow and
any
arrow
day
is the way
now.
to do that.
if we do get off here.
Now, if you didn't know how much it was I owed
We'll
her
have a big price.
earlier, how do you know how much it is
it's
now?
a big country.
How much is it?
Somewhere to lie low.
I don't know.
Dutch and Jose
Well,
will
ask
have
her.
a plan.
You don't even know. Yeah, right. You're lying again.
It's a goddamn
Oh,
plan.
wow.
You notice how Pearson's had a bottle in his hand
That's
ever
written
since
down.
we fled Blackwater? We give the camp cook 5 minutes to grab the
Every
essentials
time I give her
and
money,
go, and he
Ross
doesn't
got my own
even
money
bring
off.
a crumb of food.
Good that we
And
got
then
what
ask
we want.
mom need cigarette money or
That girl
a new
from the
phone or
ranch,
groceries.
What?
not sure she'll be eating much.
You owe her over 5,000.
You would too.
I don't know. It's possible.
Her home, everything she
Over
Plus, she was chased
8,000.
around a table by Micah.
No.
had. Once we get out of here, we're
Over 7,000.
She might have family somewhere.
No.
So it was O'Driscoll's you ran
Well,
into
actually,
then?
no, I think I probably less than 5,000 now.
Last thing we was expecting.
What is it with the O'Driscolls?
How does your mom have income?
I suppose. We ain't run into them much the last 6 months. I guess because they've been over this way.
Where does she get money from?
I've heard a lot of talk about them.
Well, we've been scrapping over scores with them for years.
Do you take part of her social security?
Bitches. Their leader, Cole,
How much is that?
not in a good way.
I don't know.
Blood
Casey,
feud.
come on now.
I love that. I don't know. It's so funny.
You're asking how much my mom brings in.
You should know you're comfortable taking from her, so you should know how much you make.
That doesn't mean I'm going to tell anyone.
It's very little, though, right?
Is that a dead bear? Oh no, it's just a rock. I couldn't
No,
tell.
it's enough.
That's
That's
about it. No.
but it's enough to take care of her 52-year-old child and herself.
Casey, why do you not understand that I feel uncomfortable when you start asking these questions?
Why do you not
don't
understand? I
care
feel
if you feel
uncomfortable when you
uncomfortable.
ask me to answer for my piss poor behavior.
Good.
I understand you feel uncomfortable, and I just don't care.
Well, there's a bear.
Should.
Watch out. Bear up.
Well, I don't.
Let's see if we can find
Well,
another way
if you
around.
didn't know me at all, then you should.
Oh, yeah, I give a shit about someone who lies to me all the time.
Charles.
Stay well.
I don't lie to you all the time.
He's got a lot
Yes,
of
you do.
meat on him.
I lied to you a little bit today.
Need to push our luck.
There's a good reason why I did, because it backed me up.
There's never a good reason to lie.
No, but we also haven't been face to face yet, Casey.
Oh, okay. So we
Why do
can
you
lie
not
to
understand that?
Okay, that's good to know.
No, it's not.
I agree with you. That's a good idea.
No, you put words in my mouth.
You
Put
just
words
said
in
it.
my mouth. Yeah, I just said it. That's not what I meant, though.
What do you mean?
It means with everything that
I agree,
the
Jim.
catfish have done to me, and you know about everything that they've done. So you know it's going to be hard for me to get
Hope
out of
it's
the
something
mold
like,
without,
I gave you
touching
enough
the mold.
when I was alive. You
Be a
don't
liar.
need any more while I'm dead. Some bullshit like that.
But you, man.
I'm trying to make sure this shit don't go on the internet.
5, 6 months?
Something like that.
They didn't expect this. What? Any of this. Blackwater mess.
It's hard to get out of that mold.
Being up here.
That's okay. I think it's good. We just don't need to tell each other the truth all the time.
You know,
Just thought you might have
well,
gone by now.
You
at
want me
least
to
I'm trying to trust you.
Oh, not at all. Just
Well, I tried trusting you before, and look what happened. You lied to me.
Oh,
I'm done with
Casey, I
it.
tried trusting you
Always
before
wondered
too.
if someone's gonna
Look
kill
how many times you lied to me.
I still wonder that.
I was blackmailed. You already know that, dumbass bitch.
I reckon you're okay. This suits me.
Really?
Sure, I could fall in with another gang, but
So I had to get lied to at my expense.
Dutch is different.
Yeah, you had to be lied to. I didn't want my nudes going on the internet. I would lie to you again if it mean my nudes wouldn't go on the internet.
For a fellow
I don't
with black
know
father,
if it's on the internet either.
that ain't normally.
Okay?
Well,
Before this, I really haven't lied to you. I don't think I even lied to you before. The whole time during the trouble, I don't think that I lied to you.
why did you run off?
I did say, and I'm sorry.
Well, it's not okay. I don't like liars.
Since I was a boy.
I want nothing to lie to you anymore.
Yeah.
And I think it's good that you did. So now I know, like, if you're willing to lie about something that small,
I'm sure.
that I know I shouldn't trust you about other things.
Shut it out.
Really.
Love, Linda.
Yeah, so now I, like, know where the bar is set. Like, things you're capable of lying about.
I still think it's weird that her full name is Gwendolyn, but she goes by Linda.
Like taking money from your mom.
I told you, won't take any more money from her. I promise you that, and I won't do it.
So yeah, we'll see you next time.
She's a strong
Won't be next time.
It's been as hard
Then
on
I
the
won't
horses
do it.
as on the rest of us.
I promise you I won't
I
do
don't
it.
know
I'm not
what
going to
Dutch
do
would do if something happened to the Count.
it.
Same with Bill and Brown Jack. He's a drunk.
Us having to explain to each other, things to each other.
That horse.
It's the best way that we can
I
go.
hope they all make it. I
If you
tried
didn't,
to ride
we
the
wouldn't
Count
be on,
once.
wouldn't be on a good track.
Fuck me faster than a bull. Won't take
Well, you made us take a giant step back today.
I just kind of think we should go giant forward.
Well, no, we didn't, because the second I start to think maybe I can begin to trust you,
Since they're
you
talking
do
about
something
horses.
like this,
Controversy,
And now
controversy,
that,
Red
you
Dead
know,
horse opinion.
shows me the kind
The
of person
Missouri
you are.
Foxtrotter is a
You
better
would lie to me
horse
taking money from your mom.
than the Arabian.
How does that show you what kind of person I am and see all the shit that
I
I've
think
done?
the Arabian is way more skittish.
Had
Like,
done to me on the internet. When
I
tried to trust
just
the
don't think
other
it's worth
people.
it.
I don't know what happened between you and other people. I'm talking about you and me. Yeah, but that
Right?
doesn't involve us now, because that's all in the past. I'm talking about what you and I are doing right now.
food back, boys.
I'm not using phone to get out of.
I was even about to give you my phone number. Good thing I did not do that.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Thank you for showing me how to use the bow properly. I only showed you a little. Takes a lifetime of practice to master.
Sick.
Casey, can you do me? Casey,
Got lucky with this, boy.
Casey.
Oh, then this
Forget.
bullshit. Him yucking
Sorry,
it
I
up
missed
over
your
being
call.
a moron.
Leave a message?
Right, L.E.E.? I think it's trash.
I freaked up. I think I got you in
I
conference
freaked
call, but I
up.
don't know how the hell I got into it.
What a surprise.
Oh, we
Camp
could
rat
get
loitering
together.
around in the kitchen.
Fine.
Greet an old friend. I feel like we haven't spoken for days.
What the hell are you doing?
Utmost to avoid.
He loves me really. It's his sad way of showing affection.
No, it
You
is.
called me on the other line?
Ooh, ADD. If you know what call that is, and can send me the link, I'd definitely listen to that sometime. I probably won't be streaming a whole lot longer, because my friend has had a horrible day and wants to hang
you're
out,
leaving me
so when they
voicemails
text
in there?
me, I'm probably gonna call it for the night, but
Hi.
I definitely have at
God,
least
you're
a
like an
half
old
hour, I
lady.
think.
Seems to have done a treat on you. Go rest that hands,
I don't think you wanted to have you
Right?
on conference call. I don't know how the hell I did that.
It's easier if we do it together.
Yeah, you got me on conference call. Did you do?
You're always one with the jokes, huh?
I love that Blue Boy makes fun of his
What?
laugh there. I love that.
Later. You skinned that one, did you? Dumped on the floor.
Hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me good on that?
Yeah, you sound
To
fine
my
now.
sons, I leave one ham bone.
I really am sorry
Divided
about
amongst you.
Yeah, I'm
Never
sure you
said
are.
were a butcher. You know, you could trade these or sell these in pretty much any town if you're looking to make a
Yeah, it's been like
legitimate money,
52
of course.
years of
Right
line.
now,
I'm
just
sure
gonna
it's
make it
hard.
off this mountain alive.
No,
Well, if you catch anything else, you bring it to me. Sure. Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Heck,
I gotta do another dump dive sometime and find some calls I don't have.
we're on the run now. Everyone's got to do their bit to survive. Just make a good stew. Folk need it.
Why didn't you just transfer money out of your savings account to pay for the phone?
I don't know.
You have $23 in there.
I didn't know how much I had in there. I didn't even look in there. All I was thinking was I had $8 in my checking account.
I wonder if now I can
I
go
knew I
back
had
up
$8
to
in my checking
Sadie's.
account. So I just grabbed the $80 out of there, and I was going to get a draw from Bruce.
Well, you know it's going to take time to trust you again, right?
What?
It shouldn't take that long.
Because sometimes it's like, the wind is too strong, head back to camp.
Well, that's
please.
exactly. It wasn't that big of a lie, and you still chose to lie.
Come on, fuckface.
Okay, let's go.
Go.
Look at you, though.
Yeah, it didn't take me long to trust you again.
Oh, that's good for you. Yeah, that's cool. You're able to trust fast.
One thing that bothers me is, like, I've never kept this horse all the way through the game, but, like, it bothers me that as far as I've seen, Sadie
Well,
never,
you
like,
have faith in me, and I don't
addresses
have
that
faith in
you are using a horse from her ranch. You know?
Well, it's the truth. Would you rather I lie to you?
No, like, I just look at the magazine and see what you like to make. It's really hard for both.
Yep. The weather's too harsh. Return to your camp. Dumb. I'm literally I hate when it does this. I literally turned back around to go. And it's like, well, your horse is dead. Like, cool, thanks. I gotta load the game.
What?
You understand that?
I can't hear what you're saying. You start mumbling.
Jimmy!
That out of
Might as well
anybody
be.
that would be in a situation like you and I was in, we are, you and I are the ones that can do our best in that type of situation. Coming out of that situation.
Hi, Asbury Brad, by the way.
Out of anyone who can be in that situation that you and I was in, we could be the best to handle. What?
Yeah, you and I could.
It was a really, really spicy piece of skin I just ate.
Anybody, I think.
How do you figure that?
Damn.
I don't know, just
The way
Alright.
we.
Rip to my chicken wings.
You're a liar. What do you mean the
Those
way we are?
delicious.
You lie to me and I have to catch you.
Ugh.
That's not healthy.
Yeah, I know it's not healthy. It's fine.
Ugh.
Hello?
All right, Bill Williamson.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
I.
Goblin.
what happened?
With what?
You didn't send me anything.
Yeah, I wanted to, just call you first.
Oh,
Stay alert there, Javier.
okay, so what's up?
They alert there, Javier. He doesn't sound
Well,
like that,
I was just reading through some of that stuff.
Yep.
Oh, boys,
Um,
because I thought you liked action.
but- Shut up, Micah.
Yeah, well, first thing I want to, mention is how come you lied to me about having sex with Paula
Guess folks miss them.
How come I lied to you about having sex with Paula?
Yeah.
There'll be a
I didn't lie to you about having sex with Paula.
Well, you told me you did.
Yeah, I did.
On that paper, you tell them that you never had any sexual contact with her.
Now, you fools
No,
punching each other
Be-
when
that
Cole
was
Driscoll's getting
before. I didn't tell them
hard.
the whole details of the whole thing. I told them around about what happened. They didn't get the version that you got because they just got the breakdown of it. They didn't ask me about having sex with Paula. They're the ones that said that I didn't have sex with her.
He's here for us.
I didn't tell them that. But everything that that guy said,
I would never doubt
this is coming from the polygrapher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything that he said on there, he twisted everything around that I said.
Then revenge for
That
business.
includes
long ago.
all the stories about, like, with Mary Ingalls. I told him that I had a crush on her when I was a kid.
Maybe we'll find Mary Ingalls in the
twisted
game
all that
and
stuff
warn
around.
her about Lauren.
So when I go to do the polygraph on August 4th, I got to bring this with me and lay it in front of him and show him
Piss and rabbit shit.
that I know what he did.
I'm getting too old for that life.
And it's no different than Sean.
Mr. Smith, Mr. Pearson.
It's a good thing I'm out of Sean's class now, because I would do the same thing to Sean. I've already told Ashley about it. And I've told my counselor about it, that I'm going to put it right in front of the polygrapher.
Southwest, right, Arthur?
So he knows that I know that he twisted everything around that I said. And I'm going to tell him that I already told them that he twisted everything around. That's one of the reasons that I've been held back so much, because Sean and the polygrapher have been doing this shit for years.
Why didn't you mention
It's
this to
amazing,
me then?
ADD. I recommend it.
Why
Red
did I
Dead
mention
2 is
about
amazing, at
the
least. People like
stuff
Red
on
Dead
there?
1, but
Yeah.
I thought that the
I was going to when we talked on the phone again.
controls
I
were more
even texted
difficult
that
to get a
you.
hold
There's
of,
some
but
stuff
that was
in
just
there
me.
that I had to tell you some stuff about.
What do you need to tell me about?
That's the stuff I was going to tell you about.
About lying about having sex with Paula?
About them twisting stuff around. The polygrapher and Sean twisting the stuff around.
Well, what's that underlying stuff?
That's the stuff that he twisted around.
Where's this?
That was me that
What?
I
underlined.
like Isabella. Okay.
Well, so when he said that you admitted to fantasizing about the 9-year-old girl, what did he twist around?
That right there,
There's two
I
cheats
told
you can
him
find while
and
you're
I
up
told
here. There's a
Sean
little cabin that we're
that
passing right now that's
I
got
was
one, and
upset
then
about.
in the
Okay, there's
beams of
there's
Sadie's
a
old
9-year-old
ranch,
girl
there's
that
one
sings the
carved
national
into
anthem
the
on the
like,
news every
head
morning at
beam
5 o'clock.
of the roof or
Or
something.
it comes on right before the news at 5 o'clock.
I remember them, but I never used
And
them
at
because
the end of
on
her
Xbox,
singing
at
the
least,
national
if
anthem,
you
they've
used
got her
the cheats that they put in the game
walking in
for
the
you to
field
find,
with a
you
flag.
got punished. Like, it
and
wouldn't let you
they have her
save the
wearing
game
a
from that
really,
point on if
really
you actually
short
enabled the cheats that you
skirt.
found.
And
Made no sense
I
to
told
me.
Sean and the polygrapher that I was upset about that because of the people that are out there that see that. I didn't think it was appropriate for her to be wearing such a short skirt like that. And they twisted it
I didn't
around.
think it was appropriate for her to give me a boner.
You see why I got to bring it into the polygrapher and set it in front of him?
Well, what about failing the part? It says you admitted to fantasizing about girls.
I still
ages
can't get
10 to
over that
14.
he's like, I gotta bring it in and set him in front of, set it in front of
when I
him.
was
Like
a kid,
he's
I
gonna be
told
like,
the polygrapher that I
aha!
back to when I was a kid about the girls that I had something to do with when I was a kid. Like, one of them that nobody knows about is Sherry. Sherry was a girl that I had hunched for a long time. She was my girlfriend. Actually, the first year that she moved and came in, she was my brother's girlfriend. Then went to school in the following summer. It was me and her. And after that, apparently she didn't think she fit into my family for some reason.
For some
So
magical
she wound up
reason.
going with other guys during the school year, but I still liked her. But we were good friends for a long time after that. And actually, I think I was like 30 the last time I saw her.
Sorry.
But
But
it was like when I was that age. When I was that age, it's girls that I liked when I was that age. That's what they're
Right,
saying.
and you weren't thinking
That's what they're
about
twisting
them
around.
now.
They-
You were
they
thinking
literally
about the
twisted around
child
everything.
versions of
it says
them.
the Paula thing was in the clinical interview. So you told that to the psych evaluator.
No, the psych evaluator, I told the psych evaluator that I did have sex with Paula.
What do we think about that? Do we think that he told the psych evaluator
her
the
all-
truth that he
everything that I
didn't
told
fuck
you
her?
about.
Or do we think that the psych evaluator
Paula, I
thought
told
he
her
was
about it.
lying
I
and
even
put
told
down
Ashley
what
about
they
it.
think is the truth?
So you masturbated to the thought of kids from high school?
No. The girls that I went to high school with, those were the ones that I thought about. That I had
Yeah,
thought
but
about
you knew them in
later.
high school, right?
Yeah, they were my age.
Well, back then they were.
Yeah, back then they were. Now they're still my age. I just thought about them from back then.
Yeah, when they were in, you thought about the high school version of them.
Yeah, because that's all I remember that they look like.
Yeah, and they were kids back then more.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking of it in that way.
How were you thinking of it?
Just because they were girls that I liked.
Yeah, but you were picturing 10 to 14-year-old kids. You don't see how that's kind of fucked up?
No, that was when I was in high school. Girls
I
from high
know,
school.
I know that, but you were doing it recently, it says. You were thinking about high school girls when you were masturbating, according to the psych evaluations, in the last 7 months.
According to the psych evaluation, the last 7 months.
Or, I mean, however long ago you took this thing.
But there were girls that were my age that I was trying to
This
think
fucks
about.
me up too. Not in like, oh, how could, but like this
I don't know
fucks
how
me
you're
up
not
because
understanding what I'm saying.
he's arguing this
Yeah, but you
so
were
hard,
picturing them as kids.
trying to like argue that it's
the
okay
image of kids.
because they
That'd be
were the
like
same
pulling out
age
your
as him.
yearbook and masturbating to a picture of a
But
girl
then
in there.
he backpedals and
Just
is
'cause
like,
she's 50 years
well,
old
you
now,
know,
you were
Sean
jerking off to this
explained to me
16-year-old
why that's
picture
not
of her.
okay. If Sean explained to you why it wasn't okay, then you wouldn't be arguing about it
I
now.
wasn't thinking about it like that because I was the same age as them.
I want to study all these
That's
birds
the problem.
to get them in my compendium, and I can't right now because I'm in a mission.
What?
That you should be thinking about it like that.
Well, I don't think about it anymore because after when I think it was Sean that I said that I told Sean about that too, and he made me think about that in that sense too. And I was like, yeah, I didn't really think of it that way.
I like doing this mission more in the day.
Well, I'm just confused.
pretty
Why
easier.
did you fail the polygraph?
And I say that as someone who hates snow.
I'm not sure why I felt fun. I'm trying to remember. But that was like, that was, how long ago was that? That was
2021, it says.
2021.
The recent one. Why did you fail all the polygraphs of being attracted to kids? They asked you in March and in February.
I don't know why I failed them. I was honest with them about everything.
Well, yeah, you were honest, and they wrote it down. You told them about the 9-year-old girl and stuff.
Yeah, I told them about that stuff, but I wasn't attracted to her. I wasn't masturbating to her. I wasn't masturbating to any of them. The high school girls, yeah, that were my age when I was that age, but I didn't think of it in that way, and Sean brought it to my attention about that. And then I understood it.
What we doing, Dutch? I can take this if you want.
But I never had any attraction to any... He twisted around. Everything that I told him, he twisted around.
Okay. I'll go first.
I just don't get why you don't understand that children are off limits.
I understand that. I am not attracted. Casey, what are you doing?
I'm asking you why you were jerking off to images of high school girls you went to school with. I'm just confused why...
Because they were the same age as me, well, and that's what I was thinking about. I wasn't thinking about, you know, them being kids at the time. I was just thinking about them when I was a kid.
Yeah, you were thinking about them from back when you were a kid, when they were also kids and you're 50 years old.
Right,
You weren't
but I
jerking
wasn't
off and thinking about them as 50-year-olds. You get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I wasn't. It didn't dawn on me that I was thinking about it like that.
Yeah, but you understand now that you were thinking of it like that.
Yeah, now I understand that one.
You understand now that at 50 years old you were jerking off to
That was
kids.
laggy. There we go.
I understand that, and I don't do that anymore because I didn't think about it that way when I was doing it then.
I just don't get how you weren't thinking of that.
Casey, I know the kids are off limits. I don't jerk off the kids.
Well, what about the masturbating to the girl on Little House on the Prairie?
That's because I saw her in another show, and I told the polygrapher this. I saw her in another show, and I remember about her when she was in Little House on the Prairie, and I used to have a crush on her. And I still had a crush on her when I saw her in this other show when she was an adult.
When I finish this mission, I'm gonna
I
end
told
the
him
stream
about
just so
that.
you guys know.
Of course, he doesn't put that in there. This is why I got to bring that into him.
Well, why does it say... That's not what was said, though.
Yeah, that's what was said. What he wrote and what was said are two completely different things. That's why I have to bring it into him to point it out to him. And to ask him why he's writing down different things that I actually say. Because if you look at the psych doctor's evaluation, the professional, you look at what she says, she's the one that gives me the test.
But which page is her page?
I could look at it.
There we go. I can finally loot shit.
Yeah, you were looking at the polygraph reports. Tests and measures. PAI. PAI.
What page is that?
1 through 3rd page in. And the 4th page in. And recommendations. That's the psych doctor.
I say we go at the bastards.
Well, she's talking about your self-report. Where's her word? Because all this starts with Mr. Armstrong's self-description. Mr. Armstrong indicates he, according to his self-report, the self-concept. Where are her words? That's not on page 3.
Hold on. Okay, look at the last sentence of every one of them.
Well, no, I should be looking at where it says conclusions and recommendations, all right?
The last sentence of every one of them. Look at the last sentence on every one of them. Should be the last sentence on every one of them. And the first one, okay. The second paragraph, Mr. Armstrong answered all the questions in a consistent manner. He responded in a reasonably forthright manner and did not attempt to present an unrealistic
Hi, Wes. I
or
didn't even see you.
inaccurate impression that was either more negative or more positive than the clinical picture would warrant. Okay. Now, let me see.
Yeah, tell me where I'm supposed to be looking. You said the last sentence?
It's either the last two sentences or the last sentence.
Well, can you just point me to one? Because I'm not seeing any.
Okay.
Because it says
After
certain
every-
elements of his self-description would suggest that's your self-description.
Right. Okay. Now, go to the second to the last sentence. Certain elements of his self-description suggest that
That's
others.
what I was just reading. Of your self-description.
Right. But the last two sentences or the last sentence is what she is saying.
About what you said.
As part of his more general problems in close relationships, he may have difficulty trusting a treatment professional.
What?
That's the last sentence.
Where this guy landed is funny.
Yeah. That. The sentence before that too. Certain elements of his self-description suggest that others are likely to see him as being withdrawn, aloof, and
Yeah.
somewhat unconventional.
That's based off your self-description. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she's the one that's giving me the test.
Yeah, that's a self-description. That's when you describe yourself.
Okay, so go down to conclusions and recommendations.
Yes, Mr.
I
Armstrong
don't
was
have to prove
referred for
myself
this
to anybody.
evaluation to get an understanding of his relationships and why he continues to be taken advantage of. Mr. Armstrong reports he does not have a history of ever having had a long-term, intimate relationship with an adult. He believes much of this
Exactly,
is related
voice to
to his
voice.
friend choosing to date someone else. It seems more probable that it is related to difficulty with relationships in general. One of the factors that complicates understanding the underlying
I'm not messing around. I'm
dynamics
getting
of
my
Mr.
shit,
Armstrong's
Dutch.
relationships is that he is not a reliable reporter. So it becomes difficult to know whether he believes what he is saying is true when it's not, or whether he's aware he is providing inaccurate information.
One thing about
Mr.
me
Armstrong's
in a
failed
video game,
polygraphs
I'ma get my
suggest
shit.
He has a pattern of withholding relevant information when asked about it.
Okay.
She's calling you a liar. She says you
Yeah,
have
I
a
know it.
pattern of lying.
I love that.
I know.
Just the way
The
that
treatment
Blue
provider.
Boy said, like, it's
I
the
don't trust
cadence. She's calling you a liar.
Yeah.
I don't know what it. Oh,
And
it's
I haven't-
You lie
satisfying.
to him.
Gene. I haven't since Gene. I haven't trusted. Which Sean was actually the one I didn't trust.
She's saying you lie to everyone.
No, I don't lie to everyone. It's like the polygrapher. I pointed it out to Ashley. That it's fucking bullshit because he twisted everything around that I said.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going through what the polygrapher said, or
There's like 4
the
dead people.
psyche eval, the conclusion, okay?
Well, look back up here. Look at
Well,
something.
no, we're gonna go through the conclusion where she put her thoughts.
Why you rate
Mr. Armstrong described himself as being taken advantage of by women on the internet who post their conversations with him. He said he was, quote, too trusting, and that's why they took advantage of him. When confronted with accusations that he would get drunk and yell at the woman, he again portrayed himself as the victim, noting that they had, quote, made him fall in love with them and then cheated on him. His calling them, quote, sluts and yelling at them suggests a more combative, if not abusive, relationship than he suggests. It is unknown whether the other women believe they are in a romantic relationship with Mr. Armstrong, where sexual fidelity would be expected. It may be more helpful to conceptualize the relationship as mutually abusive rather than him being taken advantage of by people who have manipulated him. In treatment, this would include looking at the ways he was abusive and controlling. It will be important for him to shift his mindset from one where he is the victim to one of him making choices that likely hurt others. It will also be helpful for him to think about the needs he's meeting through having these relationships. Throughout the interview, Mr. Armstrong spoke about his sex offender treatment as if he were still engaged in it. He said he was still in treatment because his provider wanted him to have a relationship. This contrasts with information provided at the referral. When it was reported he had been discharged from the program for saying he wanted to hurt sex offenders. Beyond this, it does not appear Mr. Armstrong has gained knowledge from the sex offender specific treatment process. He was unable to identify what he had learned or what sort of changes he made. While it would be understandable if he could not articulate all the tools and interventions he has been exposed to, he was unable to identify any. This is particularly concerning given his admissions of using thoughts of young adolescents/pre-adolescents for sexual satisfaction during masturbation as recently as last year. Particularly given the nature of his offense, this is very concerning.
Where's it that you're reading that?
Hey, Lauren's burn phone.
That is on...
We'll have to share Arthur Morgan then, because he is my
page 5.
My video game husband.
Sections.
And frankly, I think that he is who Lorne thinks he is when he calls himself a country... Not that Lorne knows who Arthur Morgan is, but I think that Lorne thinks that he is that archetype.
She put the word admission, meaning you admitted it.
Alright, wake up, mouse.
It's on page 5.
Okay, just so you guys know, when this mission actually ends, I am gonna call it for the night, because I, promised my friend that I would come hang out with him, because he had a horrible day. We went to, a 90s party for his birthday last night, and I left before him, and he lost his phone, so he couldn't Uber home and had to walk, because I passed out, and he couldn't call me to have me pick him up, and I felt horrible, so he was like, can we hang out later? And I feel awful, so I'm gonna go hang out with him, but just letting you guys know that I'm gonna be ending
There's only
soon.
6 pages.
Reading. Apparently I didn't read it all.
I don't want to hear it, Lauren's burn phone, or Cozanton. I almost said Lauren's burn phone. Well, I did say Lauren's burn phone. I gave you all kinds of time today.
And then look what Elise put at the very bottom of the last page. Victim stands for me are often found on lists of cognitive distortions that sex offenders use as ways of avoiding responsibility for their actions. He says you take a victim stance.
Me and Julie are getting to the bottom root of that problem. I'm fucking floored.
It was pretty bad.
If I can read it all, apparently.
Why?
This is fucked up.
That was weird. I went to Hog Time and it was like, no.
So
I lived through half the 90s, Cozanton.
I'm not attracted to fucking kids.
Loot the boy. Loot the boy. Watch.
Well, then why did you admit it?
Yeah, it was pretty lame, to be
Uh-huh.
honest with you, but it was what he wanted to
I
do.
didn't
And
admit
it
that I
had
was-
just been
her
his
that I was
birthday the day
attracted to
before,
kids.
which is why I
Read
feel
through
extra
it
bad.
then.
So, where we going?
I don't know.
What's your name, boy?
It's Kieran. Kieran what? Duffy. Kieran Duffy.
Because that was it says that's the conclusion. That was her evaluation, and that's what she determined, and that's her job.
Where you taking me? Somewhere you ain't gonna like. Why? What are you gonna do to me? Something you ain't gonna like. So I'd advise you to save
What you were reading before was your self-report. She took your self-reports into consideration and came to the conclusion that you're not honest, and then went into all the other stuff. You only read certain parts. You didn't read the whole thing.
This is fucked up right here. He said he was still in treatment because his provider wanted him to have a relationship. That's what they've been telling me.
Not according to police or whoever was the psych evaluator. They say that you're in there because you were taken out of there because you were threatening to beat up the other people in class or something.
No,
Come on, just name your price.
3 years ago.
Are you trying to test me?
3 years ago, I told Winnie. Either 3 or 4 years ago, I told Winnie. They recorded me and put it on the internet. Then they wound up fucking putting it on the internet again, and John wound up hearing it. And that's what brought this whole thing on.
Well, explain it.
That's why I am out of that class.
Where's the polygrapher's name on the report?
Here we are. You sack of shit.
I don't know.
Let's introduce you to the boys.
Because you keep
I don't
saying
know.
that the
That's it.
polygrapher, but this isn't the
I don't know.
polygrapher. This is the psych evaluator.
Polygraph report, they're different people.
Yeah, so who wrote this report? Because you keep saying the polygrapher, but this is a thing from the psych evaluator.
I know. Well, she gets reports from probation. From what?
Yeah, this isn't the polygraph.
Yeah, the polygraph
We get him hungry first.
gets given to probation.
Saying, my friend?
Probation sends
Yep.
reports that they have too.
I also
Psych
can't
eval.
believe there are people
Yeah,
that
we're
don't
talking about
believe
the
the
psych
Bill is gay
evaluator.
theory.
The psych evaluator saying you told her you never had sex with Paula, and you told her that you had the fantasies about the kids.
In my camp.
She's not going off of anything else. She's saying what you told her.
You say, son?
No, I didn't tell her that I did not have sex with Paula.
Sorry we missed
I
out.
told her that I did.
Oh, there's time enough for that.
But you did tell her that though. But she put it down.
And she put down the wrong thing because I told her that I did. I don't tell anybody that I didn't have sex with Paula or with somebody that I did have sex with. I don't have a reason to do that. And with Paula, it pisses me off when you told me that she denies having sex with me. When she's the one that came over to my apartment and had her boyfriend bring her over.
Well, what reason does the psych evaluator have to lie about this stuff?
Wait a minute. I'm going to tell you something that I haven't told anybody else.
You're introducing him to your other passion.
I wound up in the hospital that same night
Mind away, Rip.
because when Paula left.
You still here then?
The night that she had sex with you?
Yeah,
You'll pay me.
Why?
A moment. Just relax.
because I took like 20 pills. Nobody knows this
Oh, that was dumb.
except for my brother Paul.
Of course I do.
I still have
Wait,
weed on my
you
fingers.
told Winnie you overdosed on Tylenol once.
It's just a
Yeah,
scratch.
Was that the same time?
Yeah, like I said, don't remember telling Winnie that. I don't remember telling anybody that.
Oh, Jack!
Well,
Well,
Paula's the only one that knew.
you do. I mean, what does that prove, though?
What about
I
you?
did it. That's the reason I went to the hospital.
Bide your time.
Because she wouldn't have sex with you?
No, because she had sex with me and then had her boyfriend come back and get her.
So you tried to kill yourself with Tylenol?
Yeah, I didn't know Tylenol couldn't do any more than that at the time.
Well, then how come you self-reported that you've never been depressed?
I thought we was lying low.
Come on. What do you want from me, Hosea?
I just
Because
don't want any
I
more
wasn't
folks to
depressed,
die,
I was
Dutch.
in love and I was hurt.
Hosea, we're living. Look at me. We're living.
The rest of my life was fine.
But we need money. Everything we has in Blackwater. You fancy heading back there?
So why wouldn't you tell the evaluator that?
Listen, Dutch, I ain't trying to undermine you.
Embarrassment.
I just want to stick to the plan, which was to lie low, then head back out west.
Embarrassment?
Now,
Yep.
suddenly we're about to rob a train.
What choice have we got?
Leviticus Cornwall's no joke, Dutch.
Who is Leviticus?
These are the people doing a psych eval on you, Lauren. You should be telling them everything.
Drug dealer, oil man.
Well, how good for him.
I never got
Sounds like he
tell her
has more
about
than
that.
enough to share.
Well, she says that. She says in her conclusion that you withhold information, so she's not stupid.
It's not that I withhold information, it's that I don't think of everything at the time.
And we're gonna rob that train next time.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask you this straight out. Are you a virgin?
What are you doing?
I'm waiting.
Well, okay, I'm just gonna ask you this straight out. Are you a virgin?
Boom! Perfect timing!
No.
Alright, that's where we're gonna end it. I'm gonna go hang out with my friend. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know how long I'm gonna be there, so if I come back, and I'm still kind of awake, I might stream again later tonight. So, you know, just kind of check back on my Discord, like, sub-channel thing on, COD's Discord. Who knows? Like I said, I'm not guaranteeing it, but I might. So, thanks for hanging out, and, yeah, I will see y'all maybe tonight, probably this week, either way, but bye!